Hello and good morning. Happy July 1st, everybody. We bloody made it. We made it. It's July. It's the ending of karmic cycles. How are you all feeling? I've had such an amazing week. Very blessed indeed. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of the wonderful souls who I read face-to-face in-person readings this week. It was so amazing. I couldn't believe how much I actually missed doing that. As most of you know, I've typically worked online for the last, 100 years. But this week I got the opportunity to actually do some readings face-to-face, and it was absolutely amazing. To each and every one of you who may be a new subscriber or does like my Facebook page, wherever you like to float around at, thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader. It was so great to connect with you, and I cannot wait to see where you guys go. So yeah, thanks to everybody who is newly subscribed, and especially all my new likers over on Facebook. G'day, welcome. It's so nice to know so many people one-on-one on the camera. We are all lining up together at the moment. Don't be surprised from this moment forth if you still start yourself lining up with people, places, things that are probably more conducive to your well-being. It all depends on what you're creating, but the current energies at the moment are that of finding inner peace and finding peace with where you are, finding forgiveness for yourself first and foremost, and forgiveness for others, because some people just don't know what the fuck they're doing, and that's okay, as long as you know what you're doing. That's what we're all about. And we are heading into the second half of the year, which I'm going to do a collective reading on probably next week to get further information about these karmic cleanups that are happening. So love July. End of the year is going to be more so about collecting karmic rewards. A lot of people will be collecting their karmic justice, so it could be karmic debt as well. My focus is more so going to be on those who are deliberately creating the life they desire. But sometimes it's nice to know that, people or situations that have happened to us in the past, they're going to be dealt with by the hands of God from this moment forth. Let's just say that. So anyway, I'm not going to waffle too much. I've got a bit of a different layout happening today because my abilities are shifting and changing. So we're going to get stuck straight into it. This reading is for my collective energies, the collective energies on this page. They're typically the ones that have subscribed. Do like each video, leave a comment, or put some sort of energetic imprint into my channel, because I work with energy. So it's typically, these messages will typically be more aligned with those who do leave an energetic imprint. If you do stumble across it and it resonates, it can be for you as well, because I just say, give us what we need for whoever needs to see it. But at the end of the day, like I say, it's like when I tap into private readings, I'm reading the energy of that particular collective. So if I was to go over and do a live now and do a collective reading over on Facebook, the messages could be different because they're a different collective of energies. But for today, we're going to do July for all of my YouTube community. We'll get stuck into it and we'll see what Spirit wants us to know for the month of July. This information is not going to suit everybody, so please just take what you need and leave the rest. If you do want to book a private session with me, all my links are in the description below. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, leave a kind donation, exchange your energy, find me on any other platforms, then, like I say, all the links are down below. Let your fingers do the walking and the talking. All right, so I'm going to use the Moonology cards to help me collect. Hang on. I'm going to use the Moonology cards to help me tap into the collective, to see what we all can expect for the month of July. If you haven't checked out my short yet, I did do a brief version with the downloads that I was getting the other day. So they were I felt they were broad. So couldn't you give us something specific? But let's get the specifics today. Anyway, let's go. All right, Spirit, can you use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection to offer my collective friends something that you feel we need to know to help us move forward from this moment forth? What are going to be the energies for the month of July? July. I do feel like as July pans out, a lot of you are going to be able to take a breath. I think the hecticness and the wishy-washiness, I feel like is going to pass. I feel like there is going to be a lot more emotional stability coming in for a lot of people. So if that's what you've been yearning for, please know that you are going to catch a break or catch a breath or do something of that nature. Probably more so towards the second half. Because at the moment we are all currently working through our fears. So still doing the energy cleanup at the moment. I don't do moon cycles and all that, but I feel like there is a specific moon shift that's coming in July that could be very significant. Look, I don't know how to say this in a nice human way because it is energy, and what goes out there does come back. And you'll hear me bantering about the word karma, because that's what karma is. Life is an equal energy exchange. Let's just put it this way straight up. July is going to be a very big month for karmic recourse. So if you have not been doing towards others what you would want done to you, or you have been acting out of a lower vibration, such as ego, manipulation, anything like that, then you may receive a bit of a sting in the month of July. So this can be a sting in your hip pocket. This can be a sting in your emotion. I say a sting because I feel like it's going to hurt and it's going to sting for a little while, but it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. So if you are not actively cleaning up your karmic cycle right now, cleaning up your karmic energies, not working on raising your vibration, making positive choices for yourself, for the highest good of yourself and for others, and doing all that, then you may experience some type of sting this month. This is your wake-up call. Spirit is saying this is your wake-up call. So you can take heed and make the necessary changes so you can start being fair and honest and truthful and transparent for yourself so you can manifest better. Or some may choose not to. I can't help those who won't help themselves. But if you do feel a bit of a sting during the month of July, please know that that's just, people like to call it payback, but it's not. It's do unto others what you want done to you. And I think a lot of people are going to have done to them what they've done to others. So if you are in the collective energy like myself and you are deliberately creating and you're working from your highest flying disc and you are putting out there positive juju and being of service and all that sort of stuff, then I feel like there's going to be some rewards. And if you have been dealing with vibrations that have been untowards you, or you've experienced your own form of injustice up until July, then maybe karma will let you watch in some way, or you'll hear some news that the person or situation that was untoward towards you is being dealt with. Let's just say that. So what do you need to release? So like I say, we're in the energies of it. Some people, it depends on where you are in your timeline. I myself can hand on heart say that I've taken this week out especially to really release unwanted things, thoughts, people, behaviors, all that sort of stuff. So if you're doing it too, please know that things are going to get better for you, a lot better, especially if you step out of your comfort zone. If not, you're going to get the sting. You're going to get the sting. So there's a portion of you that are going to get busy in more fun, lighthearted, playful, co-creative type of things, activities, offers, opportunities, all that sort of stuff. We'll get the tarot in a sec and get a little bit more specific. Or you're going to get a sting of some sort. It's going to feel like a setback. It's going to feel like disappointment. It's going to feel like abandonment. It's going to feel like so many different things to different people, but it's not happening to you to harm you or hinder you. It is for you to wake up. It's for you to wake up. So a lot of us are being encouraged right now to step outside our comfort zones. That's July, you may have to do something you've never done. You may have to give apologies where you've never given apologies before. You may have to start a new exercise regime if you've been very sedentary for a little while. You may have to change your diets. There's some element of your life where you have to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe instead of waiting for things to come to you, maybe it's time that you step out and start, asking for it. Believe in the impossible. Certainly believe in the impossible, because if you're working from a vibration of fear, I think a lot of you are fearing that the outcome may not be what you want it to be. It's kind of like, well, if I change my diet and I won't lose weight, or if I reach out to that person, then maybe they'll shoot me down in a blaze of glory. I don't know. You've got a fear of a consequence here, but the energies for July is about working through your fear, releasing the attachments that you have to things and the responses or the feedback or the perception that may come from the outside world. This is going to make you feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which it is, because there's no growth in your comfort zone, because we are growing and expanding. Spirit said in our Sunday Live last week that we are releasing codependencies and we're going to start co-creating. So that's very exciting for those who are opening themselves up to receive new playful things, new opportunities and options and all that sort of stuff. Can get very uncomfortable for those who are just going to not want to do the energy work, not want to create change, not want to chase those things that actually, are for their highest good, and they're going to go back and get stung by a karmic ex, a karmic job, something that is karmic. Oh, it's going to get interesting. Let's just say that. But please, for all you believers out there, please believe in the impossible, because I do feel like something impossible that you thought was impossible or out of reach or unrealistic or something like that, it's all going to be based on your belief system. I think it's going to become possible for you right now. Yep, adjustments are required, and you need to know that you and your loved ones are safe. So if you are more so worried about your family members other than yourself, then you need to know that they are fully supported and fully safe. All right, let's get into the tarot. We'll get this tarot is my fortune telling tool. So this is the predictive side. So it's not usually until it happens that people go, right. So Spirit, let's use the tarot. What can we expect sort of more so on the physical plane? Especially if we work through our fears and make the adjustments and love everybody where they are. Love yourself first and foremost. Believe in the impossible. Oh shit, this can really go two ways, hey. We got the devil. So we are learning karmic lessons. It's about your choice in July. Some of you will choose to stay in this devil toxic type energies. It's because you got a fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. This can be toxic habits. This can be toxic people. Anything that is that is not adding value to your life. It's only wishy-washy. It's adding confusion. All that sort of stuff. If you go back to the past now, you guys, you could be in for a world full of hurt. That's all I can say. It's going to be circumstantial to everybody. If you want to know what it is for you, please, by all means, book in for a session. I have 30-minute sessions now. It's 30-minute consultations, so you can have the hour with me. It doesn't really matter, but you are releasing your addictions. This can be alcohol, smoking, people, habits, lifestyles, selling for less than you deserve, using your excuses, why you can't move forward, all that sort of stuff. A Spirit is saying it's better the devil you know right now than the devil you don't. So see everything for what it is. See people for who they are. See all situations for it to be as it is, because that's how it is. That's how it is. Doesn't mean you have to judge it. Doesn't mean you have to do anything with it or whatever. But if you are someone right now that is feeling very uncomfortable in your personal development and you choose to go backwards, back to people, back to situations, back to jobs, back to old locations, that can actually hinder you and harm you more than it's going to help you. I need to say that. For those who are projecting wonderfully, saying your self-script, your affirmations, you are the deliberate creator. Those who I've been aligning with this week, who are stepping into their own, starting businesses, doing all that type of stuff. King of Pentacles, baby, you can expect abundance. I know the short I did was very broad, but like I say, it's going to be where you are in your own karmic cycle as to what's going to happen to you in the month of July. King of Pentacles, if you have been working on projects, if you've been paying it forward, if you've been doing unto others what you want done to you, if you've been kind, loyal, compassionate, authentic, especially to yourself first and foremost, there is a level of abundance that is coming in for you. This can be something that you actually manifest yourself through your own desire, or this can come in the form of a person or an external influence that may offer you something, that may gift you something. The Pentacles does often represent money, but for me as an energy reader, it could be a really, really solid relationship. It can be a really solid job offer. It can be an influx of money for an actual financial gain. It can be unexpected gifts. It can be windfalls. It's going to be different for everybody. But if you are in a really good place in your karmic cycle and you found as much peace as you can with where you are and you're making better decisions and choices, then there's some level of prosperity or abundance that's coming into you. No ifs, no buts. I feel like there is enough that I actually get to put some in my pocket, and I get to put some in the bank, and I get to put some over here, and I get to invest in this, and I get to invest in that. So really focus on your money mindsets. Absolutely. Look, we got the Empress. Empress in the house. So a lot of you, especially the ladies that I read for this week, are stepping into this Empress type energy. It's an OBS energy, really. So it's full faith and trust in yourself. And obviously, if you're masculine, you can take this information on too. But this is the soothing of the emotional ties that we may have had with people, with ourselves, with situations from the past. We are taking our pain and we are finding our purpose. We're lining it up with a higher level of awareness, with a higher knowing. Maybe you will be starting your own projects. I know a lot of people that I've been speaking to this week are doing just that. They want to go and help others through the clarity of their own example. If that's you and you want to do it on a business sense or start some type of a hobby, please by all means do that. It's been a good week for the ladies I've seen to do that. This can also birth. We're in very fertile times. So this could be the birth of new things. Can be actually be pregnancy as well. So if you don't want to get up the duff, then I would put something on it if I were you, or take all precautions. If you are trying to conceive, this month is a really good month to conceive, regardless. A lot of us are, as individuals, giving birth to new things. And it's these new things have karmic rewards attached to them. So you will be on the receiving end of karmic rewards in the second half of the year. Stay tuned. I'll do a collective for the rest of the year. Those who have booked your email reading with me, they're on their way for the rest of the year. But either which way, whatever you're giving birth to, if you're giving birth to more fear or you're giving birth to health, wealth, and happiness, it's coming in July. It's coming in. There is a windfall. There is a windfall or a really happy outcome. It's going to be different depending on what you're asking for. It's coming in. I feel settled. I feel like I can just sort of be mindful and be present whenever this comes in. It's a relief. I can't express the feeling that they're giving me. It's a sense of relief. You intuitively knew what you had to do. You intuitively know what you need to do. If you follow through with that right now, you are going to be rewarded, whether it's financially, whether it's in love, whether it's the job that you're after, whether it's the co-creative connections that you are calling in for yourself. There is an offer coming in for each and every one of you, regardless. This offer or opportunity, it's filled with money and it's filled with love, or one or the other, but it's going to make you step outside your comfort zone, because I feel like I'm a deer in the headlights when this offer comes into me. It's something that I do want emotionally, but it's kind of like, wow, it's actually on my doorstep now. Am I willing to step outside my comfort zone and actually run with this? Spirit is saying yes, run with it, because this is where you will start your new timeline. It's where you'll start your new shift. So if I was in your physical shoes, for the majority that I'm reading for, if a new opportunity comes in, especially in the second or third week of July, run with it. Run with it. Because I've got a fear that you're not going to run with it because you feel like it's going to be like everyone else in the past. It's going to be like every other opportunity you've had. You know, it's going to bring up a fear or a worry or a concern within you that it can lead to you self-sabotaging something. And we don't want that for you. Yep, it's to help you step in your strength. So you guys, if you really do need support, I would reach out and get supportive people around you right now. You know, avoid those who just get together and talk about the problem and make it a big cesspool and a big lurky, you know, energy stream of problems and drama and worried and insecurity and instability and unsureness and all that. Get out of it. Get out of it. Get around those who understand that they are aspects of life, but it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. It's who you hang around. It's those opportunities that you go for. Everything you want in life is just a byproduct of something that you want to feel. So feel your way into it. Go back and watch the Sunday Live. I did give a rampage on there about how to tap into your feeling space. It's all we need to do right now. It's going to build our strength so we can take these offers and opportunities. What do the fairies want us to know? Look at that. Business ventures. If you do want to start having positive rendezvous, set up a business, organizations, investments, anything like that, July is going to be the prime time to start. I was going to say lay some cable, but Aussies know what that term means. But it's time to start laying down those foundations. Businesses are going to start taking off. So if you've been holding back out of fear or worry or concern, or you don't want to step out of your comfort zone because I don't look good on camera, or I don't do this, or I don't do that, or not, I've got no clients and I can't do this, you're sabotaging yourself. It's going to come in for you. It's happening. This card can also represent in energy. If you are opening yourself up to relationships, then I feel like they're going to become a lot more stronger. Someone from the past may come back. That they have potential of being strong. It depends on where the dynamic is now. But yeah, I do feel like there is some stability and security coming into relationships anyway. Everything's happening in perfect timing right now. So be patient. Don't try to put the cart before the horse. Don't try to, control things through your ego, or you feel like you're going to miss out. You're going to miss the boat, whatever. That is not conducive. It's about knowing that everything that you are putting out there through your thoughts and feelings are coming in for you. They are. And it's going to start with this opportunity here. It's just the beginning. The next 6 months are going to be amazing for people. So it's about believing in perfect timing, divine orchestration, and all your job is at this moment is to get your head and your heart into as close of alignment with each other. What do we say? Debt's paid off. Debt's paid off. I told you there's going to be windfalls, financial stability and security, especially. This could be just in your heart space as well. Maybe a lot of you are, because even though it's about relationship and love, I think this could be just heart space. A lot of you are coming back to a lot in alignment as part of this self-love, self-caring energy. But if you are, money mindset peeps, money mindset, it's going to be really, really important throughout the month of July. If you are doing the work right now, then you will see the physical evidence of this in some way. A lot of people say, yeah, well, it's tax time here. Well, in Australia, it's tax time. But I'm not feeling like this has got anything to do with that. This is something that you've been projecting. It's been a desire, something with value. Can be a valuable relationship, equal energy exchange, because sometimes that's worth more than money. It can be financial, especially. This can be inheritances as well. Because I did feel like I wanted to say, if you have lost a loved one recently, then my thoughts and prayers go out to you. So this could be inheritance as well. But this is karmic debt. They just said, let's take out the specifics just for a minute. All your karmic debts are being paid off, especially if you've been doing the energy work and you're not going back to your sloppy seconds or to those who mistreated you. They were just there to teach you a lesson. That's all. So we're ending karmic relationships, we're ending karmic cycles, and we're ending karmic, we're going to get karmic justice throughout the month of July. And it's going to be drip fed. It's going to be drip fed for the month of July, but it'll start flowing heavily for the remainder of the year. So you still have a bit of linear time, guys. If you know that you're not, shaping up, if you're dealing with people or jobs or opportunities or whatever, if you don't shape up, they're going to ship out. And that's when you're going to feel the sting. You're going to feel the sting. And you're going to sit there in grief, mourning. You're going to lose really good things here. You're going to lose really good things. So the holiday card did come out again. That came out last week. It's about treating your life as it is one big holiday. If you are going on holiday, have fun, enjoy. Maybe there's enough abundance, or maybe you will win a holiday, or there's some sort of, that could be the value that's coming into your life. Spirit, you've probably been calling out to Spirit saying, God, I need a break, I need a break, I need to go away. Followed by, I don't have money, I can't do it. And then all of a sudden Spirit say, hey, you just want a holiday. You're going away for a little while. So if you do get to go on the holiday, please use your time wisely. Please use your time wisely. All right, I'm going to get into the Celtics now, the Celtic Spirit cards, and I'm going to help all my spiritual peeps. Everybody that is going through your awakening or your ascension right now, it's a great time to be alive. If you're a spiritualist, that's for sure. I'm loving it. All right, so Spirit, on a spiritual level, what can we expect using these Celtic Spirit cards? A lot of you do maybe need some mentoring or coaching or tutoring of some sort when it comes to your spiritual side of self. We've got tree spirit, strength, growth, and stability. So stability is coming in. We've got to create it for ourselves. We are growing, expanding at the moment at quite a rapid rate, if I'm honest. But it's dependent on whether you're keeping up with that or not. A lot of your intuitive abilities are going to start taking off, whether you're aware of it or not. It's happening on a collective. So if you are curious, start learning. Because if you don't learn and get the fundamental knowings of spirituality, of new ageness, of the reason why we're here on earth and all that sort of stuff, a lot of this can scare you. A lot of this can worry you, and that's not what it's all about. So a lot of you will be learning a new modality as well. So, and you will get stronger at your craft. You will get stronger at your craft. So make sure that your craft is for the positive intention of others. There's a lot of naughty business going on at the moment. And if you are not trained and stable and secure in your own energy field, then this can influence you in some way. So I never teach people or mentor people to say protect. I know it's just a word. You can use the word, but just make sure that the intention is to shield yourself. Because if you say you're going to protect yourself in a law of attraction sense, with that connotation of putting up a wall, of blocking and all that sort of stuff, you're actually calling it in harder towards yourself. So, yes. So, yeah. So I would learn the fundamentals of living a more law of attraction, spirit-based lifestyle from now on. We've got the white stag. We've got shape-shifting, support, and other world. So a lot of you do have a lot of different abilities. So make sure that you just choose one for now and just strengthen it. Like for me, back in my day, very strongly clairvoyant. So I strengthened that ability. And then once I strengthened that, then all of a sudden I checked in with my clairsentience because I was very empathic and I was feeling things. So then I sort of mastered that. And then I started hearing them then. So I tapped in and specialized in my clairaudience. And then that grew, and then I got my claircognizance, and that to me is just all my idea generating and my downloads from spirit and just all my clear knowings and all that sort of stuff. Then I strengthened that, and that probably took me about a good 6 to 8 years. So it's about choosing one thing that really, really interests you right now and strengthening it. Just remember, everything that you do in life is a muscle, so you do have to work it. But we've got the negative shapeshifters happening at the moment, so you want to be on your game and be in touch with yourself so that energy cannot penetrate you and you can just return it to sender like I've just done this week. But a lot of you will be learning new ways or things about other worlds, whatever floats your boat. Some people love aliens, some people love crystals, some people love angels and fairies. Everyone's got their own thing, and there's no right or wrong. They're all together up there doing their thing. That's for sure. And the last one, we've got the Morrigan, power, courage, and strength. 2 strength cards, 2 courage cards, 2 support cards. This is about growth. This is karmic. Karmic. Yeah. I think a lot of you are just going to find your modality in a spiritual sense. Just find one and master that. You know, takes a long time. Takes a long time. And like I say, if you are curious and you want some understanding, I might be able to refer you to people that I trust and truly believe that are here to be of legitimate service. If not, Google it, research it, Spirit will bring you the resources you need to get your journey going, the right teacher. That's what happened to me this week. All these new clients, all these new face-to-face. They saw my YouTube, or they saw me somewhere or whatever, and they just knew that they had to have a session with me. That's what it's about. So if you are seeking to broaden your mind and expand your horizon, then the opportunity for you to align with the right person will come in for you, and it could be the other side. It could be the fact that all the clients or all the people that feel that you have some knowledge or wisdom or nuggets that you can offer them and help support them, they'll come to you. So if you're doing it as a business, then it could really take off for you. If you're a seeker, then you will find what you need. It's all going to come around. It's all part of this karmic cycle. And you're sitting over there behind the scenes trying to do magical shit and emotionally manipulate and energetically manipulate and all the narcs out there and all that sort of shit. I'm sure we all know 1 or 2 or 3 or 100 of them out there. Please know that the karmic justice will come. The karmic justice will come. As much as we'd love to go, revenge, payback, all that sort of stuff, it's not. It's the law, and it governs us all. It governs us all. So there are going to be some people in pain. They're going to feel the sting. I see a lot of court issues going in good people's favours here. I don't usually go into legal or medical stuff, but it's going to be in your favour. So if you've been the one that's been stung up until this point, you get to pull that little stinger out now and start, sucking in the honey of life. And if people think that they've been using others for the nectar of life and all that, and there've been these energy vampires and emotional manipulators and all that, if you've been affected by one of those, then please know that over the course of the next 6 months, it's going to come back and bite them in the bum. Promise. Oh, shit. All right, for those who are seeking love. For those who are seeking love, let's get into some love messages. Let's get some love messages. So obviously, guys, I'm keeping this general love messages because it could be your love for self. It could be the attracting love into your life, or what's happening in your current love sector. So one more, Spirit. All right, so when it comes to your love, it's really important that you need to set some boundaries. Personal boundaries for yourself. This is by honoring your own value, morals, integrity, all that sort of stuff. But it's also putting people, places, and things where they belong. You need to set your boundaries. You don't have to go do this like a raging banshee and, put roadblocks and cock blocks and all that sort of stuff in place. It's not what it's about. It's about having boundaries, and people either honor those boundaries that you set and come together and co-create and work together through those things, or you're going to have to release them, So remember your boundaries when it comes to your relationships throughout the month of July. We do have commitments. So I did say this. I said this in the quick one I did the other day in the shorts. We are coming into high levels of commitment. So those who are single, you can very, very much, especially probably in the 2nd, 3rd week of July, you can probably expect a commitment. If you are with somebody now and everything's going great and it's amazing, there can be engagements or marriage in this energy. Maybe some of you are just making more so of a commitment to start loving yourself first and foremost. Beautiful. I think you'll just feel okay with it. Let's just say that. If you are going to go on a honeymoon, have fun on that. That's really exciting. But we are recommitting to a higher frequency, a higher level of love and learning. And before that actually happens and comes in for us, we need to have our boundaries in place. So you need to know what your expectations are, what the expectations of others are. There is some level of communication coming in. I did say I think past relationships may come back. So we can't compare every situation. If your ex is a butt munch, they're a butt munch, just leave it alone. But because we are coming out of karmic ties at the moment, you may be coming in touch with your twin flame connection as well. So communication is going to be key. Please use your discernment. Please use your discernment. Just because one person is actually going to split up doesn't mean that if you're split up with someone that you can't come back together. Hope that just made sense. So yeah, we're coming into high levels of commitment. especially if we set our boundaries and have open, honest, authentic, transparent communication. I said this, I've been saying this over the last few weeks. And then we've got the gardener. So we, you reap the harvest of where you water. If you're watering less than, lack, scarcity, people who don't add value to your life, people who keep you guessing, wondering, curious, whatever, and you keep watering that, so it is for the rest of the year. We've got the month of July to start sorting this shit out, seriously. To start getting grounded, to start creating boundaries. Some of you do need to go on a holiday or go into hermit mode to work this out for yourself, most definitely. But either which way. Then they're singing that song, I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. So there may be a lot of people actually going through regret or remorse or missing or pining or yearning at the moment or whatever. Because I feel like I've made a mistake and I shoulda, coulda, woulda, dada. So if there is someone in your life, or this could be you, maybe you're going to need to tap into the communication side, reach out without an attachment of what response you're going to get. And vice versa. Do vice versa. But I've got Bruno singing to me right now. Should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Yep. So be careful what you're spending your time, energy, focus, and all that into over July, you guys, especially over the next course of the week, because I see physical responses, physical changes starting to transpire from the second week onwards. Second and third week is really highlighted. Really highlighted. All right. So let's close this out with some deities. If you do believe in non-physical energies, those who are up working together in the non-physical, this is holy dooly. Maybe I'll have to do a different reading for each part of life. Anyway, the reason why I say that is because the deity card that jumped out straight after I did the love card is soul flames. So we have the potential to reunite with our twin flame. I read it as energy, but you guys know these words. So we have the potential of coming back to our twin flame. A lot of you need to make a choice right now. Are you going to stay in your karmic cycle and not learn the karmic lesson and go back to the feathered nest? Go back to where it's comfortable? Go back to what feels predictable to you? Or are you going to raise your standards? Are you going to raise the bar? Are you going to put in some boundaries? Are you going to choose for yourself to have higher levels of commitment? Are you going to start placing new seeds in a more colourful garden so you can actually go out like bloody Mary Poppins and dance in a nice pretty garden, So we got soul flame, which is Radha. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. You are going to attract the person that you are in the month of July. For some reason, they're really bantering on about this relationship stuff. And, it could be the fact that, it could be your relationship with money. It can be your relationship with work. It can be your relationship with your family. It can be anything. But at the end of the day, if you don't learn your karmic lessons, you're going to get the same karmic results. And you would have wasted all this lineal time in your life. Such a shame. We got Kuan Yin, so it's care and compassion. If you do have people from the past, anything karmic happening at the moment, take the higher vibrational road and show care and compassion. Some people didn't have everything handed to them on a silver platter. Some people have gone through the worst of the worst since birth up until they're however biologically aged they are. I think what says most about people are those who say, yes, I've had a crappy past. Yes, I've had all this happen, but I want to change it. I need to change it. Will you walk beside me? Will you walk with me? I think a person's desire and a yearning to not allow their past to dictate them is more powerful than if they are fully healed, totally got their shit together and, are moving forward. So please accept care and compassion where it's required and also give it. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Exactly. Throughout the month of July, especially from this moment forth, if you can't help someone, if you can't help someone, then don't hinder them and don't friggin' hurt them And don't do that sort of shit because you can't get your karmic shit together. I'm going to get really passionate about it because when I jump on social media, that's why I had to take a break this week. When I jump on social media, when I do anything of that, the karmic spiritual warfare that is going on right now, it is absolutely freaking intense. Most people that are doing their karmic cleanup are the ones that are behind doors. They're not out there projecting it into society through posts, blogs, readings, whatever. It is what it is right now, you guys. It is what it is. So please, you show some care and compassion. And I know that if you are someone who does deliberately go out and manipulate and hurt and bag and badmouth and treat everyone like they're the bloody chewing gum underneath your shoe, if that's you, then good luck. Good luck in the next 6 months. You can't help those people, guys. So if you are a light worker or you think you can control or change or manipulate or influence anybody to be a better person of themselves and to get them to stop doing robbery, chaos, and you can't do it. You can't do it. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. We also got Kathumi, which is the cloak of wisdom. So use your wisdom for good. A lot of you are getting channel downloads right now. A lot of downloads. So, or just wisdom. You know, you're learning your lessons. You're learning your lessons. Use your wisdom to move you forward now. Not your fear of missing out. Not your fear of a consequence to your action. Live in your truth. Live in your truth. You already know the answers that you seek, so trust what you know. Follow through. Get out of your comfort zone. Leave everybody else to their own shit show. Leave them to it. Love them where they are. Been sending blessings to a lot of people this week because I don't choose to judge them where they are, but I'm not going to entertain it either. You know what I mean? No way. No way. So you already know the answers you seek, you guys. You may need a bit of help or support to help start moving yourself in a new direction. I don't know, but please show care and compassion for the world and everybody. You know, stop this tug of war. It's a spiritual warfare that's going on. You think you're being proactive in your stance about it, but you're not. You're not. You're part of it. So come back to yourself, develop your relationship with the source, and that's all you need to do. And then we also got Krishna and we got devotion. So find your faith. Believe in what you want to believe in, but don't try to drag everybody else through that. Don't try to, you know, project your beliefs onto others or your reasonings or your happenings or whatever onto others and just expect them to come to your party. It's not going to happen. We are releasing codependent connections right now. People that we felt or thought we needed to help us move forward. You need you. You need to start saying those I am statements. We are heading into a time of co-creative. I can't wait for this energy. I can't wait to get out and play and receive my high levels of commitment and to start actually being able to pick the fruits from my labor and actually pick the flowers from the garden that I'm watering, you know, because I'm wise. I'm wise. I know better. Learn your lesson. Move forward. Yes, adjustments still are required. Absolutely. Debts are going to be paid off here. But, you know, like I say, you do you. I get really passionate about this energy at the moment because we are really teetering on the fence of what you're gonna, we only, Spirit and I only ever want what's best for everybody, but that's not what's gonna happen. So if you do need some help or support, obviously jump back on my platforms. I offer a little bit of daily guidance based on the collective energies at our current time. You can absorb them, use them, whatever. Book in for a reading if you feel like you need to. And if it's not with me, with someone else, just please get what you need right now. Have the communications, have find some stability and surety in your life, you know, and there's no rejection either. Rejection is merely redirection. And at least if you know where you stand with people, places, things, or with yourself, then you will be able to open up the portals of allowing new stuff in because it's coming in July. I promise you. I promise you. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm going to go. Very passionate. Stay tuned, you guys. As you know, I've restructured my business. But if this reading did resonate, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Invest some more energy so we can start shifting some of these timelines once and for all. And yeah, please just raise the bar. Raise the bar. All right. So much love to you. I'll see you again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.